Thank you, Radhika, and welcome everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you, and congratulations to all the Californians. We have rain, and I think we were delayed a bit because of the unusual rain that we did get, which is very welcome. It's really wonderful, like Radhika said, to have all of you with us. I'm sure we'll have more people also coming in during the day. Thank you for spending the day with us. I promise you that it will be a fascinating and enriching day for all of you. I would like to start with a story, and I hope you'll indulge me in following this little story that I'm going to tell. Sushma is 13 years old and lives in a village in Madhya Pradesh. Her father is a subsistence farmer, and their monthly household income is about 3,000 rupees, which is approximately $50 a month. There's immense pressure on the family to find a groom for Sushma and marry her off before she turns 15, as did her mother and her older sister before her. This is for her own good, as this is the only way that her parents know how to help secure her future. Although money is scarce, her parents have been able to save a little bit for her dowry. Sushma is smart, she's a good and diligent student, and learning and going to school has raised her curiosity. And encouraged by her mother, she wants to continue to study. But she doesn't have a lot of time. She has house chores to do to help her mother, who works part-time in the fields. She needs to babysit her younger siblings, cleaning, washing, and cooking. She also has to help her father in the fields during the busy season. She gets up every morning at 5 a.m. to do her chores. She gets to the local government school at 9 a.m. And at the end of the day, with the additional chores that she has to do in the evening, she struggles to get her homework done, as there's only one light bulb in the room that she shares with her family. But in recent years, there's been a lot of change in the village and in the nearby town. They've received government issues IDs, which help, as you know, with healthcare, with opening bank accounts and recognition. The village, for the first time, has communal taps, and a non-profit organization has promised to install toilets. There is a primary school in the village, but the secondary school is 5 kilometers away, and the high school is further away. But these are significant improvements from what the village infrastructure was just a few years ago, a decade ago. But this improvement is just passive infrastructure. Sushma's parents are thinking of pulling her out of school because it's not safe for a young girl to go 5 kilometers away to school. A global NGO has provided bicycles to the village, but they're predators, sexual predators, along the way. There are no functioning girls' bathrooms in the government school that she goes to, and there are, of course, privacy issues. Teacher absenteeism is rampant. Textbooks are either not available or in terrible condition. So Sushma is desperate. She knows that once she pulls out of school, she will be doing backbreaking work in the fields and will then be married off. She has access to the internet, occasionally in school and in the village, and knows that there's a bigger world out there for her. As does her mother, who wants Sushma to have a better life, but does not know how to break this cycle. She doesn't know how to break the cycle of dropping out of school, early marriage, early pregnancy, a life of subservience, and dependency. She doesn't know, the mother doesn't know how to withstand the social pressures of not adhering to this age-old pattern. The conundrum is, if they miss this window of marriage, what will Sushma's fate be? What options does she really have? So in such circumstances, non-for-profit organizations that have spent years building ties in the local community can offer solutions of an alternative life. India has 3.3 million NGOs that work across the country on a range of issues. Many are quite small, operate in silos, and have limited impact due to issues around funding, securing funding, and they also have issues of scale, of cohesiveness, and impact. These are recurring issues. So Dasra attempts to effect sustainable social change by intervening to transform whole ecosystems through collective impact. This basically means identifying high potential nonprofits that are active in the relevant sectors and enabling cross-sector learning and collaboration amongst these nonprofits. And also, crucially, with others, with the government, with the local community, with the funders, with the local community leaders, and the media. And charities are not very good at collaborating. And so forcing this via collaborating giving has always been Dasra's model. Over a 3 to 5 year period, we build capacity and channel capital in a way that ensures interventions are deep and interventions are sustainable. So by the end of the day today, you'll be able to imagine the possibilities. Imagine the possibilities for Sushma if Dasra were able to bring its network of social organizations into her ecosystem, into the ecosystem not only in the village, but around the local town, where there are so many jobs. There are so many Sushmas in rural and urban India that the numbers are absolutely staggering. So I'll give you some numbers here. In India, almost half the women are married before the age of 18. This is almost equal to the population of the United States. The number 2 leading cause of absenteeism in schools among girls after housework is the lack of sanitation. Over half the girls in India are no longer attending school over the age of 15. So Dasra has a multi-sector approach, the girl child being a major area of focus. The Dasra Girl Alliance has a vision for every girl in India to one day have an education and skills, be healthy and safe, and be able to make choices in her life. The Dasra Girl Alliance seeks to build a world where girls are safe, are seen, and celebrated. So this alliance has raised $14 million to empower adolescent girls so far, over 40% of which has come from first-time givers to girls' causes. In the past year alone, the Girls Alliance built capacity for organizations that collectively deploy $20 million to serve 4.7 million beneficiaries. It doesn't take a lot to get to these girls. So the free market economist and Nobel laureate Milton Friedman, who spent many years at the Hoover Institute, right here at Stanford, forcefully argued that market capitalism and philanthropy go hand in hand. A capitalist economy not only enables, but requires philanthropy to help level the playing field. That is, he argued, the basis of market capitalism. In a way, so that Sushma has a chance to join and contribute to the productive economy, of which we are all beneficiaries. So it is with these core beliefs that the husband-wife team of Neera and Deval left their budding careers at Morgan Stanley and formed Dasra 15 years ago. Dasra, which means enlightened giving in Sanskrit. So it's been my great privilege to have been associated with Dasra over the last 8 years, years of great change and great growth. So I do hope by the end of the day, you too are inspired by Dasra's work. Thank you very much, and I think we're going to have Neera Nandi at the podium now. Thanks very much.